Go on, my people. Now, a first date is usually an awkward experience for most. You're usually, feeling out the person, checking out their vibe, checking their energy towards you, and then the question sparks into your mind. Will there be sex later? Sex can be fun with the right person, and the spur of the moment thrill might even make it over the top. Deciding in the moment might even bring you a different type of adrenaline, trust me on this. On the other hand, sex might be awkward for some, and not knowing a person can make it even more strange. Even if the vibe is right, it is still tough to shake your moral values, especially if you are taught that sex is sacred. Today we discuss sex on the first date, and we have 3 guests with us, and I'll allow them to introduce themselves. Go ahead.
I'm Mimi, a student from University of Ghana.
So my name is Kwesi. I'm an MC.
I'm Dorcas, a student from the Ghana Institute of Journalism.
So now that you've gotten acquainted with the guest, my name is Kevoy Burton, and you have just entered my cave, the XCave. The first thing I'm asking, would you go for sex on the first date? Just yes or no first. Just yes or no first. Yes or no first.
Yes.
Yes. All right. I like you.
You're going to be confused.
Why is that?
No, and I'll explain later.
All right. All right.
Yes and no.
Yes and no?
Yeah.
I don't know if that's an answer. That's like
If I say yes, then it means that it's never ever going to happen. And if I say no, sorry, if I say yes, it means it could happen. If I say no, then it means it's never ever going to happen. So I'm going to stay in the middle.
all right, let's start with you first. Let's hear your explanation. Let's hear your explanation. Why wouldn't you or would you go for sex on the first date?
Okay. So I think that yes for me, because I think that we meet different people in different circumstances. You can meet somebody in the club, maybe you're already drunk, high, on some shit, you know what I'm saying? So anything could happen after that.
So in that case, it's a yes.
Yes, you know what I'm saying? Sometimes, yeah. And for instance, if we had dinner, a very formal date, it's obvious you're dropping me off and you're going home.
How is that
in
obvious?
most cases.
How is that obvious? So why aren't you drunk on a date that you go for dinner or you
I'm not going to get drunk if we go on a formal dinner date. No.
You see that? You see that? Let me show
I'm
you
not gonna
something. You
get
see the guy
drunk.
that pulls out all the stops and brings her to a fine dining restaurant and treats her nice for the night. That's the guy that doesn't get it on the first date.
You know, most of the time, sex on the first date is not even with somebody that you're going out with or planning to go out with. Most of the cases when people have sex on the first date, maybe they met somewhere and the energy was, profound. It was, yeah.
All right. Hold on, Kwesi. I'm not coming to you yet because you're very interesting. You're very interesting. You first. You said yes. Tell us.
I feel like eventually it's going to happen.
Oh.
If, there's a men, they already have at the back of their heads, if they want you, they want you. If they're coming to play with you, they're coming to play with you. So if sex on the first date, you've met, the vibe is there, eventually it's going to happen. So happening on the first date doesn't change anything.
It doesn't change anything. Eh? So Kwesi, my brother, tell me what's going on.
I understand where they are both coming from, and I'll probably just talk from experience because I've had both instances on the first date and then not on the first date.
All right, just to be clear, you're saying no. You know sex
Yeah, I'm
on the
saying
first
no
date.
because of experiences.
All right, go ahead. Tell me.
So basically, I feel that, on the first date, there's this vibe that you pick up when you meet up with a person. And I think that it's actually nicer because the tension, the build up after days, you're wondering. Guys have this thinking that sometimes it's actually nicer when the woman is in bikini than when she's completely naked.
Which is what?
Okay. All
Which is
right.
what?
We have
interesting.
we have
bikini
Which
than
guys?
when
Hold on. Which
Exactly.
guys are we
and so,
talking
and so,
about?
and so they take out everything and it's like, it's just this thing that I'm
but
suffering
it's-
like that. That kind of mindset. And for me, I think it's just the build up, the tension, getting to know the person the more, knowing the ins and outs. And I think that you could have avoided certain mistakes even when it comes to the way and manner you make love on the first date. If you wait after 2 or 3 months or after 1 week or 2 weeks, when you get to know the person, you know what actually turns the person on. You know the places to touch. You know how to go about with things. With the first date, you don't know anything about the person. And there are certain things, the ladies will bear with me, that would actually piss a lady off. And what hurts a guy the most is when, you know, in your mind, you've done an excellent job on the first date. And the lady, you could tell, and she would tell you, no, it wasn't a good one. It's because you didn't even take time to know the lady, what turns her off. And the kind of things that would actually put her even into the mood. There are certain ladies, to be honest, you are reveal those facts.
Hold on. Kwesi, I think Kwesi is campaigning on TV.
Can I say something?
I think you're campaigning on TV, my brother. He's campaigning to tell people, hey, girls, I'm a good guy. Let's
no.
And on the first date, he's like, hey, baby, come here.
That's what I'm telling you that.
Something.
Okay.
Before you go on a first date, you probably have been talking to the person for a month or even about 3 weeks before getting on a first date with the person.
Okay.
Don't you think so? And don't you think that it's possible you guys have, you know how we are, we would have possibly spoken about your favorite sex position, and you know the conversation would have gotten to that point.
Exactly.
Okay.
So meeting on the first date, if the vibe is there, if a boy would just want to have sex with you and just leave you, even if you wait for 3 months,
3 years.
if he finishes having sex with you, that's it, he'll still leave you.
I mean, some people also feel that, I mean, after a month or two, it's nicer. The sex is actually nicer than when it's all planned. And I know that I'm coming on the first date and definitely I'm going to hit on it right after the date.
No, but you see, the thing is, in my mind, a first date sex is not usually planned. You understand?
Exactly.
So, you know, you go on a first date, you're sitting down and you're like, hey, this girl is nice. I like this girl. I'm going to touch her later. You understand? And then that's when it happens, when the energy is right and the energy is nice. And that's when you have sex. It's not like you leave home saying, I mean, well, sometimes I do.
No,
sometimes I say, hey,
with the guys, that's what we think. I mean, to be
get
honest
lucky.
with you, with the guys, that's what we, 90% of the time, that's what we think.
99.
I mean, 99, you know.
Probably
I'm going on
99.
the first date with you. I've seen your pictures on IG. I
Oh,
met you
yes.
probably on
Oh, yes.
IG.
And
You
I
look
like
all
all of
good.
them.
The glam. You know that kind of a thing. You look so good. Coming straight into the dinner. Guys have this mindset, and it's very funny. Once our minds are fixated on one thing, trust me, no matter what you talk about, whether we talk about sports, religion, trends, whatever you talk about, my mind is down there.
Your mind is there. Your
My mind is
saying,
there.
All right, hold on. Daddy wants to say something.
Hi.
Hey, what's going on?
You know, she said something, and I'll beg to differ, and I'll beg to differ on something he said also.
All right, let's go.
She said that it would eventually happen. So you see, the moment you have this mindset that it will eventually happen, then it means that then the purpose of the relationship is for you to eventually end up having sex or what? You know?
No, that's not what I mean.
There are relationships that don't have sex until they get married.
It depends on
What
the
about
person.
that?
It
Yes.
depends on the person, but then at the
You
end
know,
of the
so,
day,
not judging, I'm
so
just
my
asking, you know.
point, what I think is that we should let people do whatever they think is right for them at every point in time.
True.
Because, for example, there are guys you connect with on Snapchat on the first date. Hell no, why are you going to have sex with somebody you met on Snapchat?
Right.
There's some people you're going to connect with on Instagram. I think so. So like he said from the beginning, most of the time there's this tension because of the pictures you've seen and because of the what you've seen on the gram. You know, this guy has abs and he's so cute and sexy. Let's look at it. Do you want the relationship for long term? Do you want to have a fling with the person? It's hard to tell sometimes because you're now even getting to know the person. But let's look at the fact that in our time now, like she said, which I would agree with her on, you could be dating for 5 years, man. He's going to hit it later and run away.
Well, I mean,
you
if
could meet on the first day, he's going to hit it, and he would stay if he wants to stay.
Precisely.
Yeah, so for me, I really think that on that day, whatever happens, oh, man.
Oh,
I think-
You know what I'm saying?
man.
But I'm not going to walk into that dinner with the perception that when he tries to make advances at me, I'm going to just open up like that. You know, men are naturally chasers. Sometimes they need to chase you, like he said. From some experiences, the men that you meet sometimes and open up so early to end up thinking, oh, she was easy to get. And unfortunately, that's how a lot of men in our part of the world, they think, especially our African
Are you talking
men.
about? You talking about
I mean,
African men?
you know what I'm
Is
saying?
this true? Is this
Yes.
true?
That's the point I was
aren't you
coming to.
African?
That's
Is
the
it
truth,
true?
man. But when you
well,
You see,
when you're
I mean,
hanging out
I'm
with
Jamaican.
men
What
who are
if-
a little
hold on.
exposed, like maybe they've stayed in the States or in the UK,
Hold
you
on,
know,
let me
something
defend
Jamaica,
myself real quick.
you know
Let
what
me
I'm
defend
saying?
myself
so,
really quick.
so
Hold
I'll
on.
come in with that.
Hold
Yeah.
on. I
He
do
wants to
not
defend.
I do not judge any woman
Yeah.
for anything, for any
Okay.
reason at all.
Yeah.
Anybody, I think if the energy, I think it's the energy
And the
most of the time.
vibe.
So if I meet a girl
Yeah.
and I have sex with her for the first night
Yeah.
that we meet,
Yeah.
I am not thinking that she does this with everybody that she meets because it depends on how we relate to each other. If I just see her and she just say, hey, here you go, then
Yeah.
maybe I'll be like, oh, wait a minute, this is kind of strange. But if we have a nice vibe for the night and we talk and we laugh and we,
Yeah.
We
you
have a
know,
great
we
time.
have
But
a
Kiva,
lot
the
of
truth
things
is,
in
it's just
common.
a few men who think the way you're thinking.
Well, maybe.
Yes.
Maybe.
It's
That's
just
the-
a
that's
few
the
of
point.
them.
That's the point I was coming. You see, we live in a setting where men are naturally hunters. I like to hunt. I like to know. It's we have a different perception about a lady when we get it easier on the first time.
Not all men
So
though.
for us, for most men, so the ultimate token is that thing that you are keeping between your legs.
Okay.
And so, if I'm able to have it with ease, just by a snap of a finger, you can count the number of times. And I have gentlemen who do counts. And they tell you that in a year, I've done 24, I've done 36, you can relate to two of us.
What are you talking about?
I'm
No,
not
Kiva,
I don't know what you're
I'm
talking
talking
about. I
about
don't know.
best
Yeah,
personal.
I'm talking about, I know guys. And it's just simply because it's with the ease with which I can get a lady just on the first date. I have guys who can tell you that I know the dates they have itinerary. The ladies that they can plan dates with and just count. And so when guys meet, it's about bragging. So you have the bragging
Yeah.
rights. Oh, I've done 24. I had somebody who purposely said, I'm going to do one every week till the end of the year,
Wow.
which
Yeah.
is 52.
That's rich.
And so it goes, oh yeah. He has a rate TV
No,
actually.
Kiva,
So,
but
so that's what. So it's about the count. It's about the easiness with which I can just get a lady.
Understood. But I think Donnie
Kiva,
is disagreeing.
I think that you see we're even having this conversation about sex on the first date and we're making the women look like they're the victims at the end of the day. Which is the problem that we have to be looking at. We have been brought up in a setting to see sex as women as something that is being done to us. So
I like this point.
So we go on the first date and when we have sex, oh my God, he used me, he had sex with me. If it is something that I wanted to do because I liked him and I did it, then we did it together. I did.
True.
I had sex with you.
I'll tell you something.
And
I'll
you
tell
had
something.
sex with
I'll
me.
tell you
We
something
both
that
had
happened.
sex.
I'll tell you something that happened to me in Ghana. A girl saw my photo
Yeah.
one time and she said to her friend sent it to her friend sent my photo to her and she's like, I'm hitting that tonight. Tonight. She
Hello?
said that. She sent it.
She hit
Yeah, she sent it back to her friend like, I'm hitting that tonight. And
Did she?
of course. Of course. What do you mean? What do you mean? She's going to say that and not get hit. I don't understand.
Oh my God.
I don't understand.
Yeah. So, Kiva, I think that because of this kind of upbringing that we have, men see sex as something that raises their ego and boosts their ego. So for them, the moment they've had sex with you is a +1 for them. But there are women who literally don't like you. They just want to have sex with you, just
that
like
is true.
some of the men do.
And that is true.
Exactly. So when we start looking at sex as something that all of us love and want to do, we won't even be having this conversation.
True.
The conversation would be, would you like to? Because right now the conversation we're having, we're not talking about the men who are not ready to have sex on the first day, but are being forced by the women.
Okay.
We're talking from the perspective of the fact that most of the time it is we the women who don't want to have it, but sometimes we want to have it.
I know.
I mean,
I know.
you should
So
consider
hold on,
the
hold on,
social
hold on.
aspect.
Mimi had something to. Mimi had something to.
I just
inject.
wanted to say that at the long run, before you go on a first date, you don't just meet someone forgetting about like what you said. It's very rare. Like, you know, it's
Is
not
it?
It's
all
not
the
rare.
time.
It's not very rare.
Yeah.
It's really
It's
is.
actually a crime.
It's serious.
man.
Hold on.
No.
We're not
It's
talking
a
about each other, guys.
crime.
It's just one.
Okay.
On the normal circumstance, you get to talk to the person for some time before you both decide to meet. That's if you already didn't meet, like
Exactly.
if you met like on
Yeah.
social media,
Yeah.
you vibe for some time, and if the vibe is there, then you meet.
could tell.
But you know, there's some people that are very, like, they're very, how do I even say it? They're very calm and relaxed over the phone, but when you meet them, it's a whole different type of vibe.
Different.
And there's some people that are very lively over the phone. When you meet them, it's
boring.
dry.
It's
You know,
completely
It's dry.
and so when you say talking to somebody for some time, for some people, talking to somebody for long is a week. For somebody, it's 2 days. For somebody, as long as we met and the connection is there, we're going on a date, and if I want to hit it, I'm hitting it. So you see, that's why when I say all these things, I'm like, at every point in time as a person, whether male or female, you should be able to determine and decide whether giving it out to this person, is it worth it? Is it something that you're not going to go home and look yourself in the mirror and say that, oh, I shouldn't have done this thing? Because if I get to talk to you for 3 days, and I meet you and the connection is there and you hit it and we're good to go, that's fine. And some people just want to hit it. They don't even want to have a relationship.
A lot of girls just want to hit it. A lot of girls want to hit it. And
you know,
and
but
exactly.
She doesn't want to be like, oh, she didn't get to talk to you and she just gave it out like that. So she just, you know, she...
No, you see, what Dolly is saying is like, it's a bit different. And I know that things are evolving in our times, and now even ladies propose to gentlemen. Things are changing. But you see, we live in a social setting where beliefs, behaviors have influenced the way we react with respect to certain things over time. Things are a bit fading off just a little bit with respect to time. Sex in our setting is more of a dignity to a woman than a man. I mean, whether we like it or not, that's how it has been for some time now. Things are changing, though. Things are changing. It's more of a dignity to the woman. The woman feels that I've lost something sensitive, something very useful. Once
like
I give in, you can't put a price on it. Something, I've lost it compared to the man. The man feels that, okay, I'm on a free range, I can just go on a scavenger hunt and just hit on as many ladies I want to hit on. But it is much more of a dignity. There's so much dignity attached when a woman is involved in frequent sex with different men, unlike when a man does so. So that's the difference in our social setting. So that's why I'm trying to make us narrow the conversations with respect to the setting with which we are in. Things are changing undoubtedly, like you said, when a lady hits up on you, things are completely changing.
Of course.
But again, we need to also look at it from her point of view that I want to have sex, I'm a lady, I like this guy. And people have sex for different reasons. Just for the fun of it,
just for the fun.
out of boardom. I know people who have sex for exercise. Exactly, that's the point.
Oh yeah,
to burn calories.
Where do I sign up for this gym?
I'm going to tell you about that after the show.
all right, we'll talk. Cool.
And so that's the difference. And then let's not forget that we have the mindset of the man and the mindset of the woman. And whether we like it or not, society has influenced the way we think as men.
Yes, 100%.
And so when I come to a date with you, I'll look all bougie, I'll look all nice, gentleman, do all the things exactly, completely with a show me and everything. You can see there's a complete package. You understand? Now, it is all to entice you. It is in our hunting lifestyle. It's to entice you, it's to please you. It's to attract you. And it happens. There's nothing wrong with that, with a gentleman doing that. You understand me?
But you know, it's not all men that are like that.
I agree.
You can't put all men in that line.
No, I mean, I agree.
Not all men that are like that.
I agree.
Do you know that you could go on a date with someone, not have sex on the first day, talk, have a second date, not have sex? Some men, as we are saying that some men would hit on the first day and that's just what they want to do. Some men would also get tired. Although, even though they came with the mind of trying to get into a relationship, they are going to see you like, what's this girl trying to tell me? Like, those are the kind of men who feel like sex is normal in a relationship. So if you guys have already started talking, like, why is she trying to keep it from me, you know? And then along the line, he starts giving you attitude and he's not minding you because you are not giving him. While if you had given it to him on the first day, it could have built up and gotten into a relationship.
So the thing is that just a few women, you know, guys are very smart. So it's just like
so you're trying to say women are dumb?
No, they are not dumb.
No,
don't get me wrong. Don't get me wrong.
Yeah, like
No. Don't. I never said that.
Hold on, let's take a pin. And we're going to go for a break.
Sure.
And then we're going to come back. All right, this argument is nice, eh? I see you guys are enjoying yourself. We'll be back right after this.
With me, sex ain't a problem. So if you're someone I know for quite some time and then it's our first date, if I'm into you, that's fine. I'll do it. I'd have sex with you on the first day.
No, if it is a bland date or like one night stand, I think it's no problem for me. It's cool.
Sex on the first date. I don't think it's good. Yes, because you just saw the person and then, oh no, I don't think it's good.
To me, for instance, it's not allowed for me to have a sex with you on a first date. Because you're not a prostitute. Why should I do it for the first date? We have to know each other and know the kind of relationship we have.
Sex on the first date, actually, it depends on the people doing it. If you really like the person, then it's no big deal having sex on the first date. But then, if you don't like the person and you meet for the first time, then having sex on the first date is a big deal. But to me, I'm open-minded, so anything goes.
Sex on the first date is so bad because actually that's what everything is centered on. I mean, when you get into a relationship, it's about sex and stuffs. But then, so far as you've enjoyed yourself, I don't think, for me, I don't think everything will move on again. That's how I see it.
All right, so those are some interesting perspectives on sex on the first date. Guys, what do you think about some of these responses?
I mean, they were very interesting, actually. I mean, it's actually interesting that we had two guys saying that no.
No, yeah, it's very, it blows my mind, eh?
You know, it blows my mind. I was wondering, is it
one
really?
person saying that they see a girl having sex on their first date as a prostitute.
No, oh God, where is he from? Where is he from? No, I don't like that judgment.
So Kiva, you see that we come back to the kind of upbringing that we've had as a people. But let's not forget that we're in 2020 and we're in a global setting.
Exactly.
I can tell you that maybe as we're speaking now in December, perhaps the people in Ghana are not Ghanaians. People from different places.
In December, yeah.
Like in
December
Ghana.
is later.
So we're brought up for men to see that if you're going to marry somebody and another virgin, don't marry them. But we're so hypocritical because these same men are having sex.
That's in Ghana.
Yeah,
that's like a thing in Ghana. People are marrying virgins.
Yeah.
Where are they finding these people?
Oh, I am one. Okay.
Hey.
Enemy silence then.
No, Kiva, you reacted as though you've tasted it before.
Hey, whoa. Hey. We talk again.
Yeah, so we're brought up to see. So you see the typical Ghanaian young man said, no, I see you as a prostitute. You understand? But this same young man will go around East Legon or Osu in the night and go pay 100 CDs.
No,
50 CDs,
no, he would
pick up
not.
the prostitute and take home.
He's a church guy and he goes to church.
No.
Church.
So we're so hypocritical to the extent that we do the same things, but when we're out here where the whole world is seeing us, we're pretending to be so many different things.
That is true.
So let's not tell people what to do at whatever point in time. Let's not even be judgmental about sex.
That's true.
Exactly.
Because at the end of the day, people have married as virgins and they divorced eventually.
Yeah.
That is true.
People have married with like 50 body count.
But you know,
and the marriage is working.
You know what's funny? My aunt, when I was younger, my aunt said to me, never marry a virgin. She said I should never marry a virgin because they're going to be curious in the longer run. Right? So when they hear their friends say, oh, you know, her husband threw her up in the air and do all types of things, she will want to see that. If she's never experienced another penis, then chances are she's going to want to know what another penis feels like.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So my aunt says, hey, let her have some experience.
And enjoy several ones.
Yeah, even if it's, minimum 5. And then
make sure yours is good. So when she gets to you,
oh,
she's stuck
sweetheart.
on
Oh.
But Kevin, would you rather somebody who's not done it before get to teach each other how you want it to be done?
The thing is, I mean, for me, I wouldn't go for a virgin. I really don't like. I really don't.
I'm out of the list.
You're still keeping this up?
No, she wants to maintain that consistency.
That's right.
She wants to maintain it.
So, no, I wouldn't go for virgins. I don't necessarily like virgins because of their indecisiveness. I'm not that patient.
Whoa.
I'm not that patient. I'm not gonna be like, oh baby, oh, she's gonna say, we get the dry sex for 3 months or for 5 months, and the dry sex is terrible. I don't like dry sex.
What is dry sex?
Dry sex is no penetration. So it's mostly
like
touching,
touching and humping, like humping.
Yeah,
that's
like
a waste
humping.
of time.
It is. It is.
I mean,
a waste of
that's
time.
On
I
the
don't like
men's
it.
side,
This
it
is-
is.
So,
for a
yeah.
virgin, you'll be okay because you don't know how the inside feels.
Oh,
But
hey,
because
Are
they're
you
just
still
brushing
assuming
it
she's a
on.
virgin?
All right, hold on,
No, I'm
guys.
not even talking to
All
her.
right, hold on, guys. Let's not stray. Let's not go on a tangent. Let's not go on a tangent, all right? So let me ask you guys, how long should someone be dating before they start having sex?
I don't think there's a
There's
precise
no timeline.
time.
There's no timeline, eh? What do you
I think you should give yourself some time. For me, okay, so I'm
Let's
talking
get
out
it.
of
You
experience.
go to Action
So I'll
Chapter
tell
on
you.
Sunday.
I'll tell you why. Now, I've had this instance where I do the sex on the first date, do the hit and run.
Yeah,
several
please
times.
tell us this experience.
And then I've had instances where I've had to take my time, and then I think that the outcome for the two, I prefer taking my time.
Okay.
Why?
Because there are so many issues that comes with sex on the first date.
Pray tell.
Yeah, I'll tell you. Now, so I enter into it. I have this amazing lady I've met. I have a date with you. We exchange contacts. We have a great time. We hit beautifully. And then whatever it is, maybe we might continue, we might not continue, depending on whatever we wanted the sex to be. But then let's look at the other instance. I take my time. If the focus is to build a relationship, have a relationship with you. If it's just for the fun of it, sex on the first date is cool. I think it's also fun to do it on the first date. But if the focus is to have a relationship with a woman, I think that you should give yourself maybe like a month minimum. It's difficult because that's the thing about men hunting. That's the thing about our imagination.
What I want to know from you,
Exactly.
right? Hold on, Mimi. I still come to you,
Yeah.
right? What I want to know from you, what was the experience? What was the experience that
Okay,
you had?
so
on
the
sex on
experience,
first
sex
night?
on the first date.
Yeah.
Now, right after that, what happens
No, I
is...
want to know the experience.
Oh, you want to
actual
know the experience?
Yeah.
Okay,
I
so
want the
we
actual
met up.
experience.
It was one of these cozy, cozy restaurants. We had conversations, and then we talked about everything sex. So right from the word go, we knew that something was going to happen because she was attracted to me, and I was also equally attracted to her. So, like she said, we wanted to do it, and trust me, we did it at the washroom. Then there,
Oh,
that day.
yes.
We didn't take time to figure out where we're going to have it, whether my place or my... because the conversations prior to that was all about sex. Your lips look good. I like your eyebrows. I like your muscles. I like
So-
the way...
So what happened the next day? Why did you?
So,
right, here we go.
exactly. So that's why I had so it came along with so many issues. I mean, I thought we were all just going to have fun because right from the word go, we didn't talk about anything. We didn't talk about family. We didn't talk about siblings I have, the school you attended, the basic conversations that you always have whenever you want to build a relationship. All we talked about was how we were attracted to each other, your lips, and all those fanciful thinking. Now, when we were done, I thought we were done. That was it. But she wanted more. She wanted more in terms of attention. Call me early in the morning, let me know, how you're feeling.
Oh, no, I
was
don't
it
like
a good
those types of
one?
obligations.
And all of that. But we didn't have that. We had sex on the first date. I mean, it was just about 2 weeks we started talking. We didn't have that. So the next day I was like, okay, we are done. Anytime I want to have sex another time, then I just pick up a phone and call you.
So she became a booty call.
Exactly. And it was a point where she also did the same to me. So I was there and she was like, oh, sweet, what's up? How are you? You good? Can we do first date? That was our code. So can we do first date? Basically means that.
That's cute.
Let's do random.
That is a
We
cute
had a good
relationship.
language.
Don't you?
Don't
Can
you
we do
think it was
first
a
date?
motive?
No, because the point is that she wanted it. It wasn't as though I was the only one who wanted it. She wanted it. I wanted it. There was a vibe. And so we knew our language. We knew what to talk about. But at a point in time, I felt that she wanted more, which I couldn't give. That's the security.
Gotcha.
Call me, check up on me, say how you
Gotcha.
doing, what have you eaten.
Can I say
Yeah,
something?
sure. Go ahead.
You were like, you feel like sex should be after a month?
Yeah,
Precisely after a month.
I think that it saves
Do you
you a lot
mean
of trouble.
After a month of the first date or after a month of talking?
You mean? Okay.
So it could be after a month. Maybe the first day could be your relative point. Maybe you talking with the person could be your. But I think that you should give
in a relationship,
yourself
or is it like a relationship, 1 month relationship?
1 month
then we have sex?
relationship. Then we have sex. We get to know each other well. We get
Here's
to.
this question. Here's this question.
Exactly.
What if you get to know this person, you really like this person, and then you're into this person, and then the sex is terrible when you get
You
into
can
the
teach her.
relationship? Huh?
You can teach her.
You can teach her.
That's it. I mean,
No, hold on. Time out.
Why are you assuming
You
that because
assume
it's
that the
terrible
girls,
is a woman?
it was the girls' fault. What if your
was
sex is
your
terrible?
you need to upgrade yourself. I mean, you can teach each other. You can teach. I mean, that's the point. If you want to really go on a relationship, have that thing. I mean, I clearly understand why you don't want to do virgins. Same here. I mean, the whole hassle of having to go through teaching
Tell us,
them.
tell us your mind, Dorcas.
You know, I think that in a certain time he was comparing two different things. I don't know, that's what I think.
Exactly.
Because I think that when we meet people, sometimes we can clearly tell what they want from us. We're just being stubborn to pretend as if we don't know what this person wants. I mean, Kiva, how can you meet somebody in the first week and all you're talking about is, oh my God, how sexy you are, how attractive your abs are. It's okay for somebody to admire you. But when the entire conversation is based on sexual advances, then I mean, you should obviously know that this person wants you because of how you look. You understand what I'm saying? And you could also meet somebody and you can tell clearly from the line of the conversation that, okay, this is probably somebody who wants to get to know me more.
Gotcha.
So all I'm saying is that sometimes, and I think then we have to be honest as young people.
Yes.
Because you meet people and you can tell that, no, I don't want to have anything serious to do with Kivo. I just want to, you know,
hit it.
Exactly. Have a one-time something with Kivo.
That's
But you're
okay,
going
that's
to
okay.
lie and pretend as if you love and you care and you whatever.
Oh,
you
no,
don't.
I hate that. You
You
see, the
understand?
thing is,
So if we're honest with each other,
yes,
we won't be arguing about who should be calling me and giving me attention after you hit it. And you know what I'm saying?
But you see, that's
but
in
no,
the
But the
attitude.
fact that you're having
Girls
sex with
are like
somebody
that.
and not in a relationship don't mean you can't call them.
No, but
mean-
you know, naturally, girls are like that.
girls are
You
like
see,
what?
You know, you could have
Exactly.
sex with someone on the first day, probably with the mind that you just want to have sex with the person. Like, the attraction is there. But then eventually, you start getting some feelings
you
like
see,
you
the
want...
indecisive-
Yeah, I mean,
both
people are
ways.
like that. I think people are
Everybody
like that.
is like that.
People are like that.
That is why a man, because you see, guys will just meet you. And so, you see, it's not like we pretend. We give you what you want. You want
True.
security. You want, I want to go down into your pants.
No,
Hold
it's
on.
not about
Hold
giving
on.
me
No.
what I want.
No,
Listen,
because-
it's not
What do
about
you
giving me
want?
what I
Hold
want.
on.
No, hold on.
Guys,
It's not
remember,
about
hold on.
giving me what I
Don't
want.
talk over each other. Thank you.
Thank you.
Right, go ahead.
Thank you. So the thing is that, okay, so like I was telling you, so it's about what I've seen that women want security. They want to be assured.
Yes.
And so I give you that assurance.
Oh, so
even
it's-
if I want to go down into
So
your
hold
pants.
on, time out. So are you actually giving them these things, or is it that you're giving them so you can get inside?
Exactly.
So it's
We give them,
pretense.
there are two,
It's
there are two
not-
faces.
you're not
of
It's
it.
not
doing
really.
it
They're not
genuinely.
giving them
It's
anything.
It is, there are
pretense.
two faces
You're
of
not
it.
giving them
It is not, you see, there are two faces. Sometimes we cannot go straight in our setting, how we are brought up. I cannot go straight and tell you that, oh, you're beautiful, I actually want to have sex with you. Elsewhere, they say, the ladies would also reach out to the guy and say, okay, I want to hit you. It's as simple as that.
So-
but we quote it, we pretend to give you that assurance, to make you feel you're going to be safe in my hands, I will love you, I'll care for you. I give you that. And then once I hit on you, I'm done. I move to the next one.
Oh, no, it
happens.
depends. It depends. If the sex is nice, hey, I'm staying. I'm chilling. I'm chilling. We're going to have sex more times.
So, Kivo, you see that from the way he's talking. So you still see my point with the way we were brought up. From the way he's talking based on the society in which we are. No,
because that's the
wait. And
reality.
we
That's actually the
culture,
reality.
we have a culture, but that same culture we were all taught is dynamic. So as young people were growing, you need to unlearn and learn certain things
Gotcha.
based on whichever environment that you're finding yourself in. I'm not going to say because I was brought up to eat fufu every evening, and so if I am in Accra and I'm not getting fufu every evening, whatever
You will
that
die.
I must get
You will
fufu.
starve.
No, you have to relearn, unlearn. If you think no, I was brought up to think this way, but I think as I'm growing, I think no, the world is too global to have this kind of mindset or stereotype or perception. I need to do better.
Gotcha.
I need to learn to understand that people have sex because they want to have sex. Somebody has
True.
sex with you because maybe they find you so attractive and they like you, not because they're cheap
Oh,
or
there are
because they're
some ladies who
prostitutes.
would want to have sex with me as a man because of what I can give to the woman.
So, all right. Yeah, true.
in terms of
So have you
physical
ever
stuff,
rejected these
materialistic.
advances?
And
Have
it's
you ever-
both ways. Some
have
of you
ever-
guys have sex with us because you
It's
know
true.
can give you
It's
food.
true.
Yeah.
It's true. All right. Let me ask you guys. Have you ever rejected sex on the first date? Has someone ever said to you, "Hey, Mimi,
Yeah,
let's go,"
I
and you're
have.
like, "Yeah."
I have.
What was the experience like?
I just didn't like the vibe.
You just didn't like the
Talking
vibe.
to the person, I felt like he was a nice person. But upon meeting him,
He wasn't
Wasn't
good.
he's
like
not
it.
someone I would want to have sex with.
Is he ugly? Is he
No,
ugly?
he's not ugly, but then even his breath alone.
Ah, there she goes.
Wow.
Like, there were so many things about him that were just a turn off for me.
Ja.
Boys.
Your type.
I mean,
No, wait. You, because you.
Yeah, I've
You
rejected. sex on
rejected?
the first date before.
Why?
Okay, so it wasn't really a date, but it was on the first time seeing, right? So I was home, and then my friend said, okay, there's this guy who saw your picture with the girls on my status, and he likes you. He said you're doing amazing. I'm like, yeah, I want to get to meet him, because like I like men who are championing the cause for a lot of girls to get into schools and things like that. So he said, okay, I'm giving him your number. In like 10 minutes, he called. I was like, okay,
Proactive.
exactly, you know. So we spoke for like 3 days, and then he was like, okay, I'm at the office today. Can you pass by so we get to talk a lot more? Can you come along with a proposal or something like that? I'm like, okay, I was in a hurry. Quickly dressed up, everything. I picked a cab. I went to the office. He paid for the cab. I tried not to pay. I tried to pay. He insisted that he was going to pay, so he paid. We went to the office, and then we sat down. He was on calls like for 30 minutes. I was getting bored, right? And then later he tried talking to me, and then the next thing I see, he's trying to, you know, rub his hands over my shoulder.
Just all of a sudden, there was no build up to it.
No.
There was just all.
So I wanted to believe it was a dream, because I hear these things a lot of the time. So I turned and I'm like, are you touching me? And then he said, yes. I like the way you're slim. You're so sexy. And I'm like, okay, so you want to have sex with me in your office? And he said, don't you want it? So I took like 2 steps backwards, and I'm like, you're such an idiot.
Really? That's what he said?
Yes.
You couldn't have just said no?
No, because he is.
I
mean,
know.
if you still wanted to do that, it could have been in a more, you know,
Yeah.
I feel like
The
it could have
suave,
come
in a
off,
suave
you
type
know,
of way, yeah?
This is a typical idiot.
In your
All right.
3 days.
Yeah.
Hold on. Let's
And
stick,
this is
let's
3
stick,
days, been serious on the phone.
let's
He
stick
hasn't
some
shown
pins.
any sign of.
let's
okay.
stick some pins. We're gonna go for a break. Guys, as you can see, we're having fun here. So remember, we still want to hear from you. So please use the hashtag XCave, to join in our conversation. We'll be right back with more talk on sex on the first date. We are back here on XCave, and if you're just joining us, we are talking about having sex on the first date. Would you do it? Would you not do it? So we asked on Instagram as well. I asked on my Instagram if people would go for sex on the first date, and these are some of the responses. So bear in mind, guys, some of these are in Patois, so I'll translate for you as well. Zin? All right, so someone says, me don't know if the person have AIDS and me don't want him think me easy. What she's saying is she doesn't know if the person has AIDS or STD or whatever, and she doesn't want the person to think she's easy, right? And then someone says, at least they got to know what they're working with from early. Hey, that's a good one. That's a very good one, eh? I still don't know how to feel about this, but I don't judge anyone who ever did it on their first date. That's a good person. So now, because if I'm vibing you like that, and I'm gonna have sex with you, whether it be tonight, tomorrow, or next week. Yeah, man, these people are very straightforward. These girls are very straightforward. So, anyway, guys, what do you think about these guys?
I mean, like she said, I mean, some of them are very straightforward, and they are being realistic about it.
True.
And I think that, like she said, I mean, we live in an age where pretense is no longer accepted. It's
no longer
better. I just hit
accepted.
the thing on it as it is.
Yeah.
And I think I appreciate the feedback coming from people.
Hold on. You see, remember before we went for the break, you were going to tell us your experience of rejecting sex on the first date. So I want you to tell me what happened.
I mean, who rejects a good deal? It's a good deal. I
You've
mean,
never rejected sex.
So you've never rejected
no,
sex on the
so
first
the thing
date?
is that before I
This is the
actually-
guy that was saying, hey, he doesn't believe in sex on the first date.
I'm just thinking about the aftermath, the problems that comes with it.
Okay.
That's why I was saying that. I
Okay.
don't think that.
Oh, but you do it.
No. Once I've decided to have a date with you, there's something about you that would attract me. And so when you say, gentlemen, can we have sex tonight? I won't let you even end up with your statement.
Wow.
You know what?
Can you
Let-
have Yes.
Yes.
Pants are off.
I mean, can we try it? Just ask me.
Okay. Can we have sex?
I mean, come on. Can we do it tonight? So that's the thing. You can't, if I find that attractive, we're on a date, and you ask me Really? Are you kidding me? That's a good deal. That's like
No,
a
but you know what's funny? What's funny is that I mean I kind of rejected it once.
Okay.
Zayn. I mean I think my body rejected it mostly. What happened is that I picked up this girl, saw her on social media, and a really nice girl, nice, sexy. I picked her up on social media. She's in my car. This is Jamaica, by the way. And on my way to my house, and she goes, "Have you ever done anal?"
Ew.
I said, "This is very this is very forward to ask me on a first date." So from then, my body was like, "Okay, this girl is gonna be very." So anyway, she was having a photo shoot all day. She had a photo shoot all day from morning till evening. And when she got, as soon as she stepped through my door, she stripped her clothes off. Right? She took off all her clothes. And she was ready to have sex. So in my mind, I was like, is she not to go into a shower? Yeah. So then I say, you know what? All right, let's just try. So I peck her neck. And her neck tasted like sweat. It tasted like salt. Yeah. And it tasted like the entire day. so for me, I pulled a little stunt. I was like, hey, you know what? I'm going to take a shower and come. And she's, because I was hoping that she would say, hey, me too. All right, let's both go in the shower. And she's like, oh, go ahead. I'll wait here.
For you.
So I was like, oh, jeez, how am I going to get this girl to shower? How am I going to get this girl to shower? So I'm there and I'm saying, hey, just go hold a shower, man. Go, take her fresh. And she's like, no, I don't feel like showering. Let's just do it. And I couldn't get there. I couldn't.
Yeah.
And so in that case, your body completely rejected.
Yeah.
I mean,
my body completely rejected that girl. So.
In most cases, I mean, you find the person is so attractive, you go into the room. And interestingly, I haven't had your instance, because they actually turn up to rather go to the shower first.
Yeah.
And I actually like it to also
I appreciate that. I really appreciate
to
that.
start it from the shower, it's so beautiful.
Yes.
I mean, so if you're not the type that you won't go to the shower, it's a natural turn-off for me.
It's a big turn-off.
It's a natural turn-off for me. And so
look at Dolly's face.
we get to the room, and then you strip off your clothes. The first thing I see is that the sound of the shower alone brings some imaginations for us as men.
No, but not even turning up and she's showering, but even when you turn up and she smells like she's just showered, you know that, okay, this girl has some respect. Because the thing is, I'm not turning up to your house smelling like this morning.
The whole day.
Yeah, I'm not smelling like the entire day. I'm coming and I'm cleaning up my penis. And I'm coming, you understand? So I'm coming because I like giving clean penis.
Exactly.
You understand? I don't like giving a dirty penis to girls. And I don't like taking dirty vagina. It's not.
And so I should have it back.
It's
and
not
so
sexy.
The good thing too about the lady taking the shower is that it gives you access to all areas. And you know that you can go to all areas without remorse, because everywhere would smell
Everywhere is clean.
Everywhere is clean. And that sets a tone for a beautiful night.
All right. So we're shifting. Again, we're shifting off topic. So let me ask you, have you ever been rejected for a first date sex? Yeah.
Yes, I have.
Have you been rejected? No?
Nah.
Hey!
I haven't.
Hey!
I don't even think I've proposed.
Oh, you've never initiated it
I
before?
haven't.
You should
You've
try.
never.
Not on the first day. I have. On other times.
Have
but
you
not
ever
on the
been
first
rejected
day.
for sex?
Have I?
Generally.
Hey,
Yeah,
you
last
see
2
these
months,
women. These women are.
Last 2 months.
They have a chip on their shoulders. These women. Have you ever been rejected?
I've not initiated the act before, funny enough. Right?
You've never initiated sex?
On the first day?
Oh, no. I'm talking about in general. Have you ever been rejected?
I'm a virgin.
Huh?
I'm a virgin. How do I initiate
For-
sex?
You are not. Are you a virgin for true? All right, hold on. Hands on the Bible. Are you a virgin?
I'm a Muslim.
Are you a Muslim?
On the Quran.
Hands on the Quran.
I'm a traditionalist.
Are you a virgin? Is your parents watching? Yeah, I didn't know you're a big woman.
Mommy, you know?
Mommy, if you see this girl at night, if you see her at nights, you would be surprised, eh?
Oh my God.
So what how did that
Have you
change
been
anything for me?
rejected?
Me? Of course, I've been rejected.
Several
So
times.
many times.
So many times. I'm very forward to this. I say, hey, babes, hey. And she'd be like, hey, no, Kevoy, no. It's fine. But does it change anything for you? Does it change
When you get rejected?
Yeah.
In general or on the first day?
in general? Does
It
it
does,
change?
it
For the
does.
first time, does
For
it
the
change?
first time.
It's a total shutdown. Like, so I remember this instance that I had to drive like 2 hours outside Accra, plan something nice with the lady. We said, okay, let's go we can get away. And you know, I mean, once I mention it, we can get away.
Oh,
You should have.
Why are you assuming?
And
Oh, then don't come.
I mean, it's a beautiful setting. It's the whole point is that we are
Someone
away
take
from.
you out on a weekend,
No,
like,
we are away from.
relaxing and
Hold
you
on.
don't want to give.
We are away from distractions.
Wow. No.
No, you hold on. Let me build up my story. We are
Let
away
him
from
finish.
distractions.
Let him finish.
We are away from every noise. That's why we've left Accra. We go to a
Drove 2
very
hours.
calm place. 2 hours, full of energy, music, everything combined. And I took you all the way there. And can you imagine? The lady insisted that we sleep in different rooms. That's okay. I managed to go out of my budget to still get you a different room. At dawn, I kept knocking. I knocked and I knocked and knocked and knocked. She didn't mind me. We're supposed to go there for 2 days.
Wow.
The next day, we packed our things. We told her that, I can't do this. I had an emergency meeting in Accra to attend to. What do you mean?
Oh, you lucky you told her.
Oh, no,
When
no,
I
I
was
told her.
knocking, if I was knocking
I
and
was
she didn't answer, I
knocking.
would pack my
leaving
things.
Oh, she told me that, that
alone.
she had taken some medication and I think she slept off it a whole lot. But right from the word go, the vibe, I could tell I was losing because I'm making investment, like for real. And I mean, you gave me that signal from the beginning that Charlie, this thing is, it will be. It will
Yeah.
be.
Was that your first day with her?
Yeah, that was my first day with her.
Okay.
And so you gave me that signal that this thing is really going to work out. And then we go and we sleep in different rooms, like for real. And I knock and knock and knock and knock. At a point in time, even the security man came to ask me, is there a problem? I said, you don't know what I'm doing.
Are you harassing this lady? What's going on? The moment she says to me, careful when we're sleeping in the rooms, I'm saying, are you mad? Are
You don't
mad?
know what I'm going through.
No. Let's just stay in our separate houses in Accra.
Yeah, we could have done that.
Yeah, that's all right.
I mean,
There's no problem.
that's it. I mean, it felt, and that's not the first time, obviously, I've been rejected for sex. And it makes me feel, okay, I mean, you went too straight. Could you re-strategize? Could you look at it from a different angle?
Yeah, you have to think about it.
You have to think about it. And
Well, guys, listen, I want your final thoughts. And we're starting with Mimi. So give me your final thoughts on sex on the first date. And
I'm still going to be on the stand, my initial stand.
yeah,
Sex on the first day is possible.
it's very possible.
Extremely
depending on-
possible. Depending on nothing.
depending
depending on the vibe.
okay.
Yeah.
Chrissy.
so I think that, I mean, per the experiences I've gone through and listened to our beautiful ladies' submissions, I think I'll still stick to the fact that, no, give yourself some time because the aftermath of the spontaneous sex, it's quite unbearable for you as a guy because it comes with a lot of issues, the aftermath. So to be on the safer side, play safe, just give yourself some time, add some value, add some respect to the woman, more or less like let her feel, because the thing is that when it's all said and done, irrespective of how the two of you will react to it, there will be an issue. The woman would always feel that there has been a loss for her.
All right.
And I think that if you want to play safe, just make sure that you give yourself some time, get to know her.
All
and
right.
I think it's
No
better.
problem. Dolly, tell us.
Okay.
I like your opinions, too. Go ahead.
Okay, so I'm going to finally say that we have different people with different upbringings, coming from different families. They've been taught different things. They see morals to be so many different things than you do. And so I'm not going to sit here and define for somebody when or how they should have sex or whether they should not have sex. All I'm going to say is that if you are having it, play safe.
Yes.
Whether it's on the first day, on the 10th day. If he wants to stay, he will stay. If she wants to stay, she'll stay. Have it if you want to have it. Do not have it if you don't want to have it.
True.
Exactly. And if you're having it, wear a condom.
So you've heard from our guests and you've heard from me. My name is Kevoy Burton. You were in my cave, the X Cave. We'll see you again next time.